Hey boys, how you how you doing, everybody? Welcome to the Outer Worlds, part one. My sound is really loud in my headset. Part one of the Outer Worlds. Um, a little housework before we get started. Yes, I have the same shirt on. I'm not gonna wash my clothes every day. I told you that. Um, Even though I have like a billion shirts. Um, I played this game last year. I finished it. I loved every second of this game. It was my favorite game in 2019. And I played as a intelligent, like somebody who could talk her way out because it was a girl out of any situation and survive easily with her words. This she wasn't very good at fighting though, and that gave me a whole lot of difficulty towards the end of the game. So, what I'm going to do this time around, what I'm thinking of doing, is I'm going to play as a guy. I'm going to play as a like muscle, somebody who's very good with guns and who can shoot his way out of anything, but not too good at talking. So we'll see how it goes. And I still don't know if I'm going to do as we say in wrestling, a heel run, or if I'm going to do a good guy run. I'm not sure yet. We're going to see how it goes. Um, Controller, we're ready to roll here with the Outer Worlds. Let's switch, shoot a game. Here we go. All right, so going to choose. Let's put it like this. Okay, so it's syncing my data. All right, I don't want to continue. We're going to play a new game and see how it goes from here. Because if I do continue, let's see in my games. Yeah, this is my old game. It's not a very long game. So, start a new game. So what I'm going to do, since I already finished the game and I kind of know, um, I'm hesitating between story and normal. Um, Normal is not very difficult. It can be tricky at some areas, in some areas, but it's not too bad. I'll go with normal. Subtitles. All the subtitles on. Text size should be perfect. Continue. Here we go.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
So,
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
So this guy, of course, reminds me of Doc Emmett Brown. Right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to create a guy, a male, who who's going to be kind of very brawny, very good with weapons, but not too bright. And we'll see how it goes with that. So strength is going to be put high here.
That's all right, friend. I'll be the brains for both of us. You're about as subtle as the Spacer's Choice mascot.
What I'm gonna do, okay. I'm gonna leave perception average because I don't want to struggle too much with lock picking and shit. So, charm.
You'd need a navigational computer to find your temper.
I have 0 health regeneration per second, so I don't want that. Let me see what I can do here. I don't really need this. We'll put this way. His intelligence will be below. Because I want to unlock the thinking no good dumb dialogue option unlock. I want to see where that's going to lead. That's what I want from this.
It says you had a habit of snarling at people. I bet you could thaw yourself with sheer rage.
I'm trying to figure out some good... Like, I don't want to lose too much of...
No signs of muscular atrophy. Splendid.
So these will be very high. He's going to be really good with his with the guns and everything. He's got an intelligence below average. His perception will be average. Charm below average. I kind of would put this below
dear.
average.
Did you actually punch out your anger counselor?
But I do want that health regeneration, though. I still have 3 points to allow here. I'll put this like this. I'll put his perception good. Like he's gonna be good at perceiving things. I put it high. I'll put this high. And the rest like this. Okay, that should be... Let's leave it this way. So here you can... There's nothing to do here. It just tells you pretty much basically where you are and everything. You see some paths I'm already novice. Some I haven't attained yet. So here I'm, far from anything. Here I'm not even close. So it tells you a little bit what...
Things tend to vanish off tables whenever you're around.
Okay, I don't want stealth. I'm gonna go with ranged.
We'll put those marksmanship scores to good use.
And I'm going to go with... I'm not a melee type. Dodge and block, I never used that. Stealth, not that much, but I kind of want hacking. Medical science engineering. Go with
Your skills
tech.
would have been wasted in a corporate lab.
Alright, let's go with that. I'm also going to go with, because in the game, when you play, some moments, if you like take too much damage, you kind of get a permanent, you can accept or deny permanent loss of something. I'll play with that a little bit also. What can I choose here? Select a career aptitude. No discernible attitude. Factory worker. Farmer dirt, okay. Food tester. Janitor. Tossball team mascot, medical technician, safety inspector, scientist. I think I'll go with no discernible attitude.
You're better off without an indenturement contract.
So we're going to play as a male this time around. Okay, randomizes it. Oh, and you can put beards and mustaches on women in this game, which is awesome. How about this guy? He looks dumb enough, right? This one. Okay. Let's make it white. That's all. Eye color. Brow horizontal. Okay, not gonna touch that. Leave this the way it is. Hair. Go with the dumbest cut I can come up with. I can't remember if I played as a male or female in my first playthrough. Female, I think. I'm not sure. I think it is. Wow. These are kind of like female haircuts. That looks... Oh, yeah. I did play as a female. I remember now because I made her like my girlfriend, look like my girlfriend. Let's make you look like the dumbest fucking thing. There you go. You can't see the facial hair. It's funny. Go with this. I kind of don't like the hair because you don't see. Oh man, this is perfect. This is gonna be great. Like, I don't want any makeup. Or maybe I can find something that makes him look like an idiot. I don't want any dirt, like a scar. No scars. Age. Let's make him very young. Alright, I think we have our guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This guy's fantastic. What's your name? No. What can I call him? I don't want to give him my name. I kind of do, but I don't. There we go. D-boy. Perfect. 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 Next. Alright. So there we go. We have very high strength and dexterity. Below average intelligence, high perception. Below average charm and average temperament. Alright, we're gonna go with that. That should be fun. Yep.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Hey, thank you for the sub.
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Another clever word for light speed.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 20%.
there you are, wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
All right, so I kind of want to turn him in.
Can you hear me?
See what happens.
Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you. Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Bye, Hawthorne.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh?
But I'll take
Not
it
sure
back.
I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Alright, here we go. Finally getting into gameplay. Okay, buddy. I don't think there's anything here. Where am I going this way? Okay, there is some stuff. Nothing's okay. Just teaching you to avoid.
Frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects. Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Not bad.
Yeah, you sound a lot like my lieutenant. Here, hope this gun serves you better than it did me. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous Saltuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
I could shoot him. I think I'm gonna get attacked if I do that. What do you have here? Let me go to your house. Nothing in here. Oh. Oh, here. Right, should I shoot that guy? Kind of want to. I'll just be a dick.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Tactical time dilation, pretty much VATS from Fallout. Go. Oh, wrong button. I'll take that. I'll take that. Thank you. Right. There's more down there. Gotta get used to this again. What about you? What do you have? Where's the other guy? Where are you? Killed 2 of you. Or 3 of you, rather. I could have sneaked, but screw that. Is that you? Yeah, that's you.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech! Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of addle-brained derelicts. I could round them up all by myself. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath.
Of course you do.
Stretch my legs, son.
Oh, you see, I can't do anything.
Seriously? But those marauders will... Ugh. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report.
There you go.
And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Here we go. Give me a better gun. Whoa. Did you both die? I think they both died. Man, you guys suck. Where are you? I think they both died. I don't know why I'm picking that up, but when they die. Okay, that was her. Lieutenant Mercer, she got... Was that her? Got freaking decapitated. Funny. Okay, I know how to do this, so I'm gonna skip. Let's see what we can equip that's better. Let's equip a sword. Just have something that's... Okay, I'll equip all of them, I guess. Okay. I might change weapons again. Nope, that's not it. That's not it either. How do I change weapons? Okay. I forgot. It's fine. Yeah, they both died because usually they come here and you have to get to talk to them, and now they're both dead. So, okay, whatever. Let's go in.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
There she is.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Hello. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Prepare to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I choose the dumb man.
Excellent. Welcome back, Captain Hawthorne. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
I love the level up music in this. Hey boy. Alright, so here you can upgrade whatever you want. We're going to go with handgun. How's it work again? Select. I have 9 points, so put 3 in here. I'll put 1 here. Still have 4. There we go. Okay, yeah, perfect. Melee power attacks. Know all of that. Thank you. Okay, now we go to perks. I'm skipping all this because I already know, played the game before, so usually it's health you have to start with. So apply. Let me check my inventory because I think I have some armor. Yes, okay, thank you. It's too bad that you can't, I think you can't unhide your face, or it's probably in the, let me check something. Settings, maybe? Show player helmet. I'll put this off because I want my guy to never have his helmet on.
The navigation console is offline at this time, Captain.
Can I talk to you?
What can I do? Goodbye.
I can't yet. Okay. So the only thing I can do, nobody's on the ship yet. I don't have any companions, so let's just go out. Oh, there's a boy.
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards. Now, seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me they're all dead. Mind telling me what happened here?
Not really. He's not really that bad. I didn't get this guy when I first played because the guards survived. They didn't survive this time, so I didn't talk to this guy before. So this should be interesting. This is all new for me. What should I say? Should I lie to him?
Accidentally brutally shot themselves, huh? Unbelievable. Second time this month. Guess I'd better get to cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt.
I agree. I agree.
Then who died? Oh, right. Yeah, well, we do need all the hands we got, what with folks in Edgewater dropping off like cysty pig tumors. Less competition, though, come from
Got freaking dark all of a sudden.
You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition. Oh, and be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Don't get paid bits to chat with strangers. You want to chew the rag, go talk to Silas over by the cemetery.
You want to talk to me, huh? I should just shoot you right where you stand.
These bodies won't tag themselves, you know.
Told you not to fuck with me, Ernest. can't remember how to change my weapons in this though. Look at that guy. I need to take that guy down. Let me just check something here. Nope. What? The hell? What the hell? Hold on. How do I change it up? Breakdown, repair, unequip. I can unequip it. Okay. Do I have, what gun do I have now? I probably can't change weapons yet. That's what I'm thinking. Oh shit, I'm getting shot. Okay. Okay. There's a guy I just killed. He's here. Game looks pretty nice. I'll go directly to Edgewater because there's some side stuff to do, but you get to do it anyway. Hey buddy.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Hey Silas.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend. Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices. I'm being vigilant. Don't want to get blindsided by some corpse-chewing marauder come stalking out the shadows. Oh, worse. Unemployed cannibals. You ever seen a marauder hold down a job? Or put a stake into society? Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for marauders by the finger. I am employed by the Retirement Department of Spacer's Choice. That's fancy talk for working in the cemetery. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Good for you.
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
See? Yeah, see?
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge. Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah? You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at
Sorry
us
if I'm
and
going a
say,
little faster.
those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be
I should
wrong.
probably read out what I'm...
We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick.
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
How long have you been a junior? In humor, gravedigger, whatever.
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life?
Okay.
Work's been real good to me. Fresh air,
Took a while to
exercise.
calculate that.
Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees. Former people, yeah. Marauder's been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Flesh-gnawing, marrow-sipping creatures of pure depravity they are. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna dock my pay.
Thanks for your time. Hey.
I could really go for some saltine.
He's working at the cannery.
So it's the first town that you meet in the game, that you come across in the game, not meet, really. Of course, you can come in and, steal shit if you want to. I'm not going to be a stealer, really. Okay, thank you. Let's see what's in here. said I wasn't gonna steal, but hey, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, that's gonna come in handy in one of the quests later on. Heading into Emerald Vale. With my gun out because, you know, cool.
Spacer's choice takes. Keep your distance, friend. Sick house, no place for a traveler.
Hi.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me. Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk. The walls talk, is all. We all got sights on each other. Any of us breaks company protocol, boss is gonna hear about it from 6 different mouths. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got. I'm not allowed to leave the sick house. Even if I were, I shouldn't be at the cantina. First, I started feeling real low. Couldn't sleep. Couldn't wake up on time. Started showing up late to my post. Morale was flagging. I was showing doubt. Company always tells us, weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
That sounds dumb.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening.
Who cares?
I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
Sure, whatever you say. I keep pressing the wrong button because I think I'm in Fallout for some reason. What is this? Okay, still, I don't want to steal from the sick. I'm an asshole, but you guys are. What? The hell's going on? I can't talk to these guys. Take what you have to offer. I'm not gonna steal from the sick. You mind calming your ass down? There's people in there, dude. Jeez Louise, calm down. Hey, buddy.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Is that godliness?
This is what happens when you eat with your fingers. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
You don't want to look inside my head, dude.
Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties. He doesn't seem to like us much. The vicar has not been with us long, and in his relatively short tenure in Edgewater, gives off the distinct whiff of superiority. Go ahead.
See if I can ask him something else.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started. The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
You're a shitty guy.
Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching. Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us. Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
Think I'm gonna kill that guy.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. I mean that I can't possibly pay my gravesite fees. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Yeah, I know you can go in here and search and find something that you can give him. You can also get a haircut here, which once you unlock him, though. Should I read everything? We can try to read. I'm gonna have to get a little closer here. Receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was on an asset, and somebody has to pay his body price. Was an asset. This is gonna ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene has a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. We're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet. Use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. Whatever. Okay. So, teeth. That's not if that's a scientist. Let me see if I can.
What can I do for you?
Talk to him about the teeth. I know about Eugene.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor? I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can
You're
stitch
also
a
a barber.
severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene. You know about Eugene? How? Were you snooping around in my things? Or was it just dumb luck? Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom,
I'm gonna act dumb all the
representing
time.
3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Of course.
Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
There we go. That's solved. Problemo. Alright. So that's the cantina.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry.
This is the shop.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet. You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery. Go right ahead. What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
I'm sure you're lying.
Do us both a favor and don't try to prove your point. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Go right ahead. Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures.
The vicar.
But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here. Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor. I take umbrage with your choice of phrase. We ain't sick, we're rugged. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
I'm not sick, I'm sick.
Spacer's Choice is built on love, and like any real love, it is cold and tough when needs must. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work. Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded. Music to my ears.
Merchant skill, okay. I don't want to buy anything because I don't think I have a lot of money. Yeah, I have 167, so you can sell stuff. You can repair stuff also. I could sell these. So I'm gonna keep. I have 3 of these. 2 of these. So I don't really need them. Let's repair. Can I repair? I can't repair this? Okay, I don't have enough stuff. Okay, see you later, dude. Thanks for the talk. Let's go into the bar here. I think there's not a lot going on.
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only Mick.
I don't know you. We don't welcome trouble. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that might be a little.
Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues.
Yeah.
Lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters. Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you? Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down.
I don't work here.
It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that. Go ahead. I don't see how that's any of your business.
I can't pursue it.
And there's no need for you to pry either. Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum. Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a blow to your skull, you really should settle down with some zero-G. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these 4 walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning. Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know.
Gallivanting?
People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Keep it down, will you? We don't talk about the PLAYGE. Not here. And if you're smart, you won't mention it anywhere. I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
You're not going to tell me anything, huh? What if I go... Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh, wrong button. There's not a whole lot I can do here, I think. There's some stuff later on that I can do. Here. Let's sleep for 8 hours. Yeah, the guys aren't here, so I probably need to unlock. I found out how to change my guns finally. Nice. Wrong button again. Hi, Winslow.
Never seen you here before. You a visitor?
I never talked to you in the first game.
On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to where am I again? Oh, I ask myself questions all the time. For example, why do we spend money on these fancy latrines when we have a perfectly good wall outside? What can I say? I was blessed with a gift of insight. Might have made a fine administrator if I weren't a lowly cannery worker. Being a cannery worker has its perks, though. I'm encouraged to imbibe as much zero-G brew as I can afford.
Cool.
Even got myself a tidy little injury discount. Yep. Got my mitt stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though.
Fight through
Got
the
myself
pain.
a 5% discount on Zero G Brew. After the second bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional.
I feel you.
Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like surgery, but for your hair.
Yeah. Okay, so you, there's absolutely nothing I can talk to you about. I know there's something here that I can find. It's right there. I already knew that, so I won't have to do that quest. Hehehe. Steal your shit. I'ma steal your shit. Nobody can see me here. Yeah, I got a weapon mod. Need to find a workbench to do that, so of course, because it's an RPG. Da-da-da. Right, that's the cannery. Cannery's that way. There's a bunch of other stuff you can do here. Where's this again? Oh yeah, this.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen.
Kind of gave yourself
Maybe
away
I
there.
am feeling a little under the weather.
Martin.
I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable. She'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't ya? Do a good turn for an expiring old man? Couple hours out of your day and some light second-story work, that's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. I'll do what I can.
Yeah, not so fast.
I tried medicating myself with adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy. Tell myself the same thing every morning. You seen those young workers at the cannery? What with their unbent spines and pristine knee joints? I can't compete with that. You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand. I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly. So you'll do it then? You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives. I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but he never did find my courage. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word.
All right.
Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment.
Cool, dude. Thank you. Can I steal from you? Anything in your bathroom that I can steal? No?
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do. I'm doing right by the town, I'll tell you that much. You bring me that medicine, and I'll see that it goes to the right people. That's all I can ask of you.
Alright, so you have a choice to give it to her or give it to Abernathy. So, in my first playthrough, I gave it to
nothing but salt
Abernathy.
tuna for a year.
Might give it to her. Sabra. Hey, ma'am.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing a promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
Sounds good to me.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity. His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual? I am obliged to warn you against forming acquaintanceships, friendships, partnerships, or any felicitous relationship with a wanted criminal. I am also obliged to inform you of our referral program. For every criminal you refer to the authorities, the board will reward you. I'm obliged to remind you that questioning the veracity of the board's orders is a punishable offense. Consider this your last warning.
Cool.
Wells has been wanted for as long as the board decides he has been wanted. This decision will be made in accordance with Wells's behavior upon arrest. Unfortunately, the arrest of Mr. Wells falls outside my authority. I enforce the company policy of Spacer's Choice in the region of Emerald Vale. Wells is wanted by the board. If you have information related to the location of Phineas V. Wells, you are required to submit that information to your nearest board authority.
Okay. I'm not gonna go this way. I don't want to give him up. I might give him up later on. I don't want to do it right away, so we're just going to say there was another thing.
Something to report? As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Thank you. So now we have a quest
Friend of mine died
for that.
a couple
I'm going
weeks
to
back. Still ain't past
take a
it.
break. 2 seconds.
Place you got your health.
I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. I really needed to go to the bathroom. So, ooh, okay.
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
So I picked up a couple of quests. This is the cannery, I think. A bunch of trouble tickets. So here's a workbench. So it's here that you can tinker with your stuff. I can install the mod here. I don't think I have any mods for that. I can repair. I don't have enough stuff to repair that. So let's continue on. I think this is a hotel. If you leave your computer unlocked. Indunati. She's been reassigned to Terror 1. Just a goodbye to platform. But the answer was no. Okay. It wouldn't let me keep her. Parvati. I guess it's the first time. I never saw this computer in my first playthrough. That's what's cool because alright, that's why you learn about Parvati, I guess, for the first time, who is my favorite character in this game. Wrong button. He's jumping up. I'm jumping up. Take your shower. This leads to outside. There's a box. Steal the money. I'll go back into the guy's. Is this a workbench? No, it's not. You idiot. I can pretty much take whatever I want here, I think. I think you can sell the junk and you can Did that say Ali toxic free? That's funny. I don't pick up alcohol. Kind of useless, to be honest. Maybe I'll pick that up. Anything up here? No. Leads here. I don't have the stuff to unlock it. Alright, we're slowly making our way through the town.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got it.
It's a pretty big town. There's a lot of stuff to do. How you doing, buddy? It's kind of useless, this place. Hey man, yeah, this is my second playthrough. I love this game. If you like Fallout New Vegas, the same team made this. It's really, really good. I adore this game. Like, I restarted it again and actually came across two things that I hadn't seen the first playthrough. So I'm gonna steal. It is the factory. This plays into a bunch of stuff. It's the other side of the factory. Let's go see
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which...
Seems we've got a guest.
Oops.
Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just...
Best character in the game.
Old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
That wasn't a row.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through. I understand. Your business is your own. Nonetheless, you are welcome in our little outpost. Outsiders are a rare sight in the Vale. If you are a freelancer, then I have use for you. There is pay to be earned or supplies to tide you over, as you prefer. Trust, I have learned, is reciprocal. I offer my trust in good faith, and hope that you will do the same. There's an old botanical lab, mostly abandoned now, but still eating up power from our plant, power which our cannery sorely needs. I need you to go to the geothermal plant and reroute power from the botanical lab over to us. Simple as that.
Simple as that.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise.
I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you'll convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. I am asking you to help us survive. Edgewater needs more workers or we will collapse. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that. Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith, for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Compañons.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Last time I redirected power to Edgewater. This time
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Well, get out of the elevator.
Can we
first.
talk?
Get out of the... Okay, never mind.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just... Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters. On account of it's his job and what all, but... that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just,
yeah, that's called delusional.
He doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well.
Stone's got issues,
We're
man.
one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power.
Hello, Mr. Thompson.
They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Yeah, we're gonna go talk to Max.
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Hi guys. Going to work? Let's go talk to the vicar first. I know he gives me a bunch of quests. Well, one quest. At least. Okay, we're gonna equip you, Parvati, with some stuff before we continue here. Not this. Okay, you have this. No, that's me. What is this? Tossball blocker. It's better than this. Needs to be repaired, but we can deal with that. No! There we go. It's better armor. Okay, how do I change to Parvati? Yes, I know. Thank you. She has a 120 thing. Does not need this. Good Lord Almighty. Okay. 7 does not need this either. She doesn't have any perks. Alright, that's perfect. We're gonna go see the vicar. The wonderful vicar. What is this? Let's do the task first because I think some of them are. One of them is in here. Yeah, one of them is in the cannery here. I think I need to sneak into the place. Hey, buddy. Oh, there she is. Hi, fellas.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Tenderfoot.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Not half as awful as the bill Eugene left us with. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
You hear that? That's crazy, huh? What an idiot. Wrong button again. Go in here. Good night. Medical treatment. Okay. I can't hack it. I can't hack it. I'm gonna seal that. I'm gonna get attacked. Okay. So that's done. The other one's outside of town. So we're gonna see what we can do. Cache of Medicine's out of town also, I think. That's out of town. We go speak to the vicar. He's gonna give us a quest.
Carry on.
Yeah. Don't know how you sell all the junk. And there's a way to sell all junk. Yeah, there you go. I can't sell this? Bunch of stuff in there. I'm not gonna hack anything. How do I get out of there? Like this. There we go. Let's go see Vicar Max. You can run as much as you want. You don't get.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
So Vicar Max isn't there. That's the church. Did we go through here first? Yeah, general stores there. Okay.
Something got you down?
Nothing. Just don't want to fall asleep.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
There he is. I like him also. He's cool.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town. I've never seen you before. And there's been no paperwork indicating a transfer. Half the time it's wrong, but a new worker without paperwork? Unheard of. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here. Except for Ms. Holcomb, who for some reason doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
Ah, excuse me. I'm suddenly experiencing quite an amazing headache. They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No? How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands. Selling? No. It is free for all who seek it. I'm sorry you don't find these tried and true words of wisdom to your liking. The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan. That's not how it works. The Grand Architect has no concern for us beyond setting the plan in motion. Obviously. Look, if we can figure out how to read the grand plan, we can more perfectly align ourselves to it, bringing everyone peace. The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson. Mock me all you want. I know my beliefs to be true. What would you like to discuss? Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Thompson in the cannery. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious. The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book. What? You seem the perfect type to go blindly into the wild on a suicidal quest. I'm looking for a journal, a handwritten book, with the name M. Bokonu on the cover. I'll pay you to find it. It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it. Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Somewhere you will find me. Alright, we're gonna push on a little bit. I think I'm gonna play this after I've had my dinner.
Talking to the good vicar.
Move along.
Move along. Move along. Alright, so everything's outside. Hold on. Oh, I haven't talked to him about what I wanted to talk to him about. Hi, Vicar Max.
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Please get it. What would you like to discuss?
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
I'm gonna answer them again.
I see today we'll be conversing without metaphors. I'd guess her condition is incurable. It's unlikely to be fatal, but she may feel more heartache than most.
Could you maybe stop talking about me like I'm some kind of weird bug?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are.
Alright, so we talked to Vicar Max about that, so now we go to the outside to do some questing. And, what time is it? Yeah, we shall do that after dinner. I'm gonna be back later tonight for part 2 of this. We're gonna save the game. Gonna save the game here. So game is saved. Gotta go back to my camera, my very, very dark camera. How you doing? It was very sunny and now it's very cloudy outside, so that's why I'm dark now. I'll be back tonight. We're gonna continue this, I think. I'm really, really enjoying getting back into this game. It's so good. It hasn't even started yet. It gets way better as you go along. Now they're kind of introducing the characters and what you need to do and everything. So it's really good. And I hope you guys are going to join me for part 2, which will be tonight. I'm going to play some more of this tonight. And yeah, so I hope you guys join me again tonight for some more The Outer Worlds. All right, thank you, D. I hope you're around tonight. I kind of want to relax and play this a little bit. I'm really back into it. I love this game so much. So thank you for watching. Thank you, D, for being there. And I'll see you guys tonight. Ciao.